Good morning. My name is Alexander Holder, and today I'm here to ask for your support in the proposition that resolve that the U.S. government should adjust its current policies regarding H-1B visas. Let me define what an H-1B visa is for you first. They allow people from other countries to live and work in the United States. To obtain one, you must have a college education equivalent. You must be sponsored by a company, which means you have to have a job already set up with a company. Last year, DHS, Department of Homeland Security, issued 130,000 of these types of visas. Those who came must have come unaccompanied. They were only allowed to stay for 3 years, with an additional 3 years if approved for another H-1B visa. And if they quit or lost their job, they had to either find another visa or go back to the country where they came from. Contention 1. The current H-1B visa system causes significant harm to the U.S. labor force. Subcontention A. The current system displaces current and potential workers with foreign workers. So for this, I have two pieces of evidence I'd like to present. First is Lou Dobbs, journalist for CNN. On November 13, 2007, he discussed studies done by the Urban Institute, Duke University, Harvard University, the RAND Corp, and Alfred P. Sloan Foundation, all of which determined that, in fact, there was not a shortage of jobs, as a lot of the big businesses would like you to believe, but there was actually a shortage of not people to fill those jobs. You get what I'm saying. Skip this part. Unfortunately, these jobs are being taken by people from other countries instead of being given to Americans. My second piece of evidence is a current case study of an individual named Jay Palmer, who is a principal consultant at Infosys, an Indian-based company working here in America. He's currently the center of a whistleblowing case over immigration fraud. On April 12, 2012, in an interview on CBS, he said, quote, "Large numbers of employees had initially come to work for the Infosys on the H-1B visa program. When asked, did you find they were all people who were some special expertise that we could not find here in the United States?" Palmer replied, "Absolutely not, not even close. There wasn't a project or program that we did that we did not have to remove someone because they did not know what they were doing." These examples indicate companies are willing to choose less qualified workers in favor of cheaper ones, keeping Americans unemployed, causing significant harm to the labor force. Statistics indicate that unless policy adjustments are immediately made, the U.S. labor force will continue to decline. The Bureau of Labor reports unemployment on an average of 4.6% in 2007. Currently, it's at 8.1%. And unemployed college graduates like yourself, in 2007 it was 5.4. Today it's 9.7. Subcontention B. The current H-1B visa system is harmful to the economy. And what I mean by this is companies are profiting from cheaper labor at the U.S. economy's expense. Again, I have two examples for this, going back to Jay Palmer and his CBS interview, when he was asked what his motives were behind Infosys' misuse of the H-1B visa system. He said it was purely profit. Quote, "purely profit." He goes on to say Indian workers on his team were paid substantially less than an American would have made on the same job. Basically what this does is, by bringing on these foreign workers to work for less money, you're lowering base wages across the board, so Americans are having to take less money for the jobs they used to during a time when instead of giving those jobs to other people and paying them fair wages for it. Plus, you're keeping Americans unemployed and money out of the American marketplace, which further damages the economy. Second example begins as a question: why do Microsoft and Infosys, ranked number 1 and number 9 by Department of Labor for H-1B visa applicants, strongly advocate H-1B visas? The answer is because of their profit margins and their desire to increase them. Bill Gates, Microsoft CEO, charged with monopolizing back in 1999 in violation of the Sherman Antitrust Act, was quoted in 2008 Senate Judicial hearing as saying there should be an infinite number of H-1B visas. And the answer is clear, my friends. H-1B visas are a way for corporations to bring people in, pay them cheaper money, and have them disrupt our marketplace while increasing their profit margins. Big businesses see the current H-1B system as a way to maximize their profits by manipulating U.S.-based wages of high-tech jobs with below-average, cheap foreign labor reluctant to put back into the economy. Contention 2, the H-1B visa system is inherently flawed. For this I have some contentions. So contention A is it's temporary by nature. And what I mean by this is that you have 3 years of using your H-1B visa before you need to reapply for another 3 years. After that, who knows? You could go to any visa. You have to go either apply for another visa program, go back where you came from, or become illegal, and that happens just as much as anything else does. Subcontention B does not promote citizenship and is embedded in the status quo. And what I mean by this is families are far away, so there's no family support home. So the people that are here don't want to stay here because they want to go back to their families. There's no entrepreneurship, so even if they could, even if they're smart enough or in entrepreneurship enough to make their own business, they're not allowed to, which means that, so now they don't have their families or businesses here in the United States for the duration of the time that they're here. They can't do that. And there's no guarantee that they're going to get a visa. So this just makes very simple that the system is inherently flawed and adjustments must be made to it. So my plan meets need. There's 5 adjustments needed, and they're on an incentive-based system. The first one is immediate family needs to be able to come with them after the first 3 years. Secondly is after the first 3 years they need to be able to participate in entrepreneurship so they can give back to our economy. Thirdly, they guarantee citizenship on a 6-year program for qualified H-1B visa holders, stricter monitoring of H-1B visa holders, ensuring that no illegal workers are working here in the United States, and 5, stricter monitoring of companies, equal pay for equal work, fair wages versus U.S. counterparts. That way, we're keeping the labor force healthy, we're keeping the economy healthy. Thank you for your time and attention. Please support my resolution to adopt much needed adjustments to the H-1B visa system.